Yo, what is good, guys? So, I noticed that this one here is my 300th video, so I decided to do a 300 video special. And it is me and my hardcore world again, as you can see with the hearts right there. You know, that symbolizes hardcore. So the last time I gave you a tour of the hardcore world, it was actually just the entire main base and not actually the entire world. So this time we're going to be doing the base as well as the nether and the end, as well as some smaller facilities scattered throughout my world. All right, starting with the main base. All right, here's the main base. Starting off with the sugarcane facility, which actually helped me a lot. You know, it's a good thing we can bone meal sugarcane in Bedrock Edition. So that's one thing us Bedrock players have over Java players. And then over here we got the kelp facility. An easily farmable fuel source that can also be used for food. But why would you ever want to eat dried kelp? Okay, there's my pet camel. My bamboo, which I literally never used. My giant spruce tree. Hey, Technoblade, get out. Get out of my territory. Please, get out. And then over here we have my brown dye farm. Because you can turn cocoa beans into brown dye. The map of the whole base. Well, not the whole base, but just the main base. My villagers. The Emerald Beacon, which took me literal days to get. Like, you guys seriously do not know how much of my life was spent on just making this. Like, I could have been playing other games like Smash Bros and Mario Kart and Mario Maker, but nope, I decided to devote my life to making this. Like, it takes so many emeralds. My farms. And I recently had to go feed my sheep, so that's why the wheat looks like that. Then we have the stone and coal mine. And I actually decided to make it a proper path, and I decided to make it look more like a mine entrance. So yeah, I literally this whole tunnel mined completely through. All of this used to be just stone. But unfortunately, mobs spawn near my stone and coal mine. And then I actually mined so far that I ended up mining out the edge of a mountain. But don't worry. If I need any more stone, I can still just come here. And by the way, I'm just spamming my A button because I learned that this actually helps you travel faster. Then we got my chickens. Well. And then my cows. Nether wart farm. We're going to worry about the nether portal later. Now we're going up here to the west and north side of the main base. We got my mob grinder. which is mainly supposed to give me gunpowder, but as you can see, it still doesn't give me a lot of that. This here is actually new. Here we have the red, orange, yellow, magenta, and pink dye farm. And I say orange because, you know, red and yellow mixed together makes orange. So yeah, there's 5 dye farms right there. And then this here is also new. I was looking online at a map of my hardcore world, and I found out that there's a spider spawner next to my skeleton spawner. So of course I had to turn the spider spawner to a spider XP farm. I don't really use it that much because skeleton one is more efficient and spiders are way too difficult to deal with. But I have a spider spawner farm and it works. But I did have to place magma blocks because they kept climbing up the walls. Oh, it's bedtime. All right, it's day 991. And of course, the build that definitely helped me out the most, the skeleton XP farm. And you guys know that it works perfectly fine and it's perfectly safe. Okay, it's not perfectly safe because what if you're an idiot and you just open up this trap door? Or what if you do this and the skeletons start shooting at you? So yeah, it works perfectly fine. And it's also a white dye farm, so there's white out of the way. Oh yeah, by the way, I did light up some more of the area around my base because, you know, I wanted to completely mob proof this place. We got the pig head statue, which is supposed to be a tribute to Technoblade. Here we have my sheep farm, which is used for mutton. We got my bee farm, which gets me honey bottles. And I did try to automate this, but it just didn't work for some reason. And I didn't feel like destroying it because, you know, it took a lot of materials to make all that stuff, so I didn't want it to go to waste. So literally what I do is that I just break this glass and I just grab the honey manually. Yeah, I know, it sucks. The inside of the sheep head statue is still completely empty. Like, seriously, I gotta do something with that. Here we have the automatic fishing facility, which gets me a bunch of treasure as well as cod and salmon for food. And I guess it gives me puffer fishes for water breathing potions. And then all the way back here, we have the creaking heart so that I can farm resin at my base instead of having to go all the way to a pale garden. And my most impressive build yet, at least in my opinion, the wool farm, which has all the sheep colors, which I gave them banners, and I decided to upgrade it using item frames with their dye. So yeah, there's white, then light gray, and then we have gray, and And then we have the Blackies. I mean the Black Sheep. I didn't say that. I swear, I friendly fire my race so much, bro. It's actually insane. All right, there's Brown, which is literally me. Like these guys are basically my brothers. Like, come on now. I'm brown. They're brown. Okay, I promise I'll stop the not family. I'll stop the friendly fire, okay? Jeez. All right, there's red, orange, and yellow back there. And then up here, my charger literally just fell so randomly. All right, there's lime, and then here's green, cyan, light blue, in which some of that Mojang must be colorblind, because really light blue looks more like cyan, and then cyan looks more like light blue. Like, cyan is way lighter than this, guys. Come on. Blue. And then we got purple. Why did I say it like that? I'm so fruity. Magenta. And then pink. And remember the Happy Gas video where I went through the Happy Gas update? Well, bruh. Well, after that video, the dried gas turned into a gasoline. He grew up, and I named him Sugar Cube because that's what gas looked like. All right, there's my territory flag. It looks so off-centered. Like, do you guys see what's wrong here? Like, how did I even mess this up so badly, bro? And if you guys can't tell, well, basically, hold on. That part right there. Yeah, this whole row is supposed to be white and not have black in there. So yeah, I messed that up like pretty badly. And now we're going into my house, not my IRL house, my Minecraft house. I spent so much work on the actual home. So yeah, we got the mining pit where the iron and diamond mine is, in which I am not going to go all the way down there because I hate going into the mines. Garbage disposal, brewing stand, loom, stone cutter, which helped me out a lot for some of these builds, like that and my actual house. Because, you know, for some reason, I just like building with stone bricks in this world. I seriously don't get what is up with me and stone bricks recently, but I don't know. Like, I just turned into a caveman. Like, literally I just dug into a hill and just made a cave out of it. And now it looks like an actual home. I collected a lot more mob heads. Got my pet cats, bed, my chest. And I saved this for the copper update that's going to be coming soon. I collected way too much red sand and holy voice crack. And I got pretty much every music disc. Like, I am missing some, like, Other Side and Pick Step, which are actual bangers. But, like, who cares? And freaking Mall, bro. Mall is so underrated. And it took me so long to get this music disc, bro. Like, oh my god. Oh yeah, Dragon Egg. Alright. Floor 2, we got the library. in which I can listen to some music down here. Here's my toolsmith table. If it'll let me open up the menu for the toolsmith table. Bruh, you... Alright, the enchantment table, which is the main attraction here. Anvil and the grindstone. The reason why there's not a lot of light here is because I wanted to go for like a dark and secret library theme. So yeah, that's why there's no light besides the enchantment table. Floor 3, underground doghouse. We have literally every dog type in here. And I haven't fed them in like hundreds of days. So yeah, I'm a terrible dog owner in this game. All right, floor 4, we have my storage department. My pet armadillo still does not have a name. And I decided to create some pots to store all his freaking poop. Like, come on, the armadillo scoops are basically their poop. And as you can see, it stores specific items. So yeah, here we have food and potion ingredients. I have way too much redstone from the mines. My precious metals, in which I have a lot of iron, a bit of gold, not too many diamonds or emeralds. And then all of this is the coal I mined. And as you can see, the sniffer sanctuary expanded a lot. There's way too many sniffers in here. I literally can't even see myself because they're freaking thick. And then the next 2 floors are new. You got the axolotl sanctuary. I built this because I felt bad for real life axolotls risking extinction. And my goal here is to get a blue axolotl. And as you can see, I have every axolotl color besides blue. And for some reason, I keep breeding all these axolotls and it's not popping out a gold one. Like, he's the only gold one in here. And then the last floor, the Strider Sanctuary. I decided to build this because I found a Strider in my Blaze farm. Like, it was a baby one too, and I felt bad for it. So I built a whole sanctuary for them. Oh yeah, my brother keeps pointing at me because he needs my Switch to turn on his Xbox. So I'm gonna pause the video real quick so that he can do that. All right, we're back. So after I did my actual house in the last tour, that's where I ended the video. But this time we're actually going to be exploring through the actual world. Because, you know, there's more to my world than just the main base. Alright, so let's go to the Nether. Because I only built one thing in the Nether, and that is the Blaze farm. I tried to build a Wither skeleton farm so that I could farm coal and stuff, but it didn't really work out. Like, blazes kept shooting me. I kept getting lit on fire. Gas kept shooting me with fireballs. Like, this place is just so annoying. Nope. So I'm just gonna keep having my sword out just in case, because you never know when something's about to jump you in the nether. Like, I could write a whole 5-paragraph essay on why I hate the nether, but just know that I'm not really a fan of most of the mobs here. Everything just wants to kill you for some reason. And it's just really annoying to navigate sometimes, especially because the ghast just love to shoot you from so far away. Alright, so here's the blaze farm. And just like the other XP farms, it works perfectly fine. And before I started mining a bunch of coal, I originally built this to get fuel from the blazes. And I haven't really used it that much ever since I started mining a bunch of coal. There should be blazes spawning. I don't hear any. Okay, there's one. Oh yeah, I need to explain what's happening here if you guys want to build this for yourselves. So basically, I have flowing lava on the 4 corners of that room, and then I put signs in there so that it can prevent them from flying back. So yeah, that was literally the only thing I built here in the nether. Like, building stuff here is basically impossible. Because, like, magma cubes want to jump you. Blazes start shooting fireballs at you, and they just love grouping up. Like, have you guys ever had that moment where you're just exploring through the fortress, and then a bunch of, like, you see like 9 blazes in your vision, and they're all getting ready to shoot fireballs at you? Yeah, I had lots of moments like that. And that is because of this weird issue that only Bedrock has. Because apparently mobs spawn more frequently on this version of the game, which makes getting through nether fortresses a pain. Oh yeah, I technically didn't build this one, but here is the netherite mine. I used a bunch of exploding beds because that's the most efficient way. Like, I'm not gonna do what I did for my diamond mine and just make tunnels and just pray I get diamonds. Oh yeah, by the way, I literally almost died in the netherite mine. I was getting jumped by way too many magma cubes that I could count. And let's just say I got down to half a heart. Lots of times. And I was lit on fire too. And by the way, this was back when I didn't have a totem farm. So yeah, I literally almost died. Well, actually, I almost died in my world 3 times. The netherite mine was the first one. The second one, there was this hole that I used so that I could fight the wither. And let's just say I was mining some stone, doing my thing, probably getting ready for a build. And I walked over the hole that was used to fight the wither. And by the way, it goes down to bedrock, by the way. And I'm like all the way up here at Y103. So I fell down the hole, and then I didn't realize until a few seconds, and I water bucket clutched. So I almost died. And I can't really remember. Oh yeah, the third one. When I fought the Ender Dragon, I literally killed it, and I thought, oh, I finally beat hardcore Minecraft. No, and Enderman said otherwise. Like, I got down to half a heart. I was in iron armor when this happened. Nowhere near diamond armor. And let's just say I had to block his hits with my shield, which was almost broken, by the way. And I was waiting on the Ender Dragon to just die. But my shield made it through it, and it didn't break. And that's when I beat Hardcore Minecraft. And it was on Thanksgiving Day, too. Alright. So now it's time to explore more of the world. I didn't really build anything to the... what's that direction? Okay, that's west. Which makes that south. There's only like one thing that I built like pretty far to the north of the main base. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of chose a really bad spot to build my main base because like look at how mountainous this is. Like, I had to destroy so much of the land just to flatten it out. Like, it looks so unrecognizable to the point where I can't even remember what the world looked like before I started demolishing my land. So right here, oh, buried treasure. No, I don't want that. I want my shovel. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where? Where's it at? Bro, I swear I saw it. Nah, because I literally saw the buried treasure. Like, where's it at? Wait. Bruh, I literally saw the buried treasure. Oh, here it is. Don't mind. Oh, there's a diamond in here. Let's go. And a whole cake for me. Oh, they shouldn't have. And I'm going to take that. And drink that. So yeah, right here is a village. That's actually next. Get out. You're not important. All right. All the way up here is my black dye farm. I somehow landed that. And I built it next to this village. And since this has black dye, there's also gray and light gray out the way. So basically what happens here is that I have to stand all the way back here. And then squids will start spawning in the water. And because there's magma blocks in the water, it'll pull them down to the magma blocks where they pretty much die instantly. And then a hopper minecart goes throughout the magma blocks. And then it comes down here into this hopper. And then it puts the ink sacks into this chest. And it's pretty fast too. Like, I honestly did not expect it to work this fast. So yeah. Also, yeah, I'm just gonna put this stuff in here. Sleep. Bruh. So yeah, there's squids right there. They're dying. So yeah, the farm works pretty well. But there's also nothing else that I built to the north of the main base. Really, I expanded to the east. Because like the east has a lot of stuff that I didn't discuss in the last tour. All right, we're back home. So yeah, now we're going to be going east. I did also build some things to the northeast. So this right here is a pretty small build, but it helped me get pretty much all the music discs. So I name tagged a skeleton who just shoots creepers that I bait into this little hole here, and then the water flows them so that they can get stuck right there. But I do have to be careful because sometimes the skeleton will shoot him far enough to where the creeper will blow me up. So yeah, I do have to be careful using that. And somewhere in this savannah is another build of mine. Okay, I'm too high. Okay, here it is. Oh, I missed it so badly. Shiitake mushrooms. What'd you guys think I was gonna say? Technoblade. What did my viewers thought I was gonna say? Okay, he doesn't want to talk to me. All right, so this is my totem farm, which I built on top of a pillager outpost. Definitely the hardest part of this build was not even just trying to get it to work. The hardest part was getting a villager all the way up there where those leaves are. Like, it took me like 3 villagers. Yeah. So I come up here for anytime I need some emeralds or totems, in which I am stacked on totems for life. And I built the platform out of leaves so that the mobs don't spawn down here or in there. Got some emeralds. So basically I found an infinite money glitch. Except it's not even a glitch. And then all the powder. And there is a village over here. Ow. What did I just hit? Okay, I'm going the wrong way. Okay. So now if we go straight east, ow, there's a small jungle here. I swear I have the luckiest seed ever. Like the fortress is super close to my portal. Like and like the rarest biomes in the game are so close to me. Like It is so hard to find jungles and deserts these days, bro. So I'm lucky that I have both of them right next to me. Okay, not right next to me, but, you know, near the main base. There is a little contraption that I use to capture some axolotls and bring them back home. But I low-key keep forgetting where those are. So yeah, if we just keep going past the jungle, we'll reach the desert, which I'm convinced is not even a real desert. There's so much water to live off of. And so many grass patches too. Like, is this much grass and water normal for deserts? Or is my game just lucky? So here we have the cactus farm, which is the green dye farm. When a cactus grows, it'll be broken instantly by the stone brick wall, and it will flow into some water, into a hopper, and into this chest. And then over here we have a blue dye farm, which I can just put some bone meal in here, and then it will start bone mealing a corn flour. All right. Now it's time to go to where the stronghold is. And in the stronghold for the first time, which was on Thanksgiving, you know, the same day where I actually beat hardcore Minecraft for the first time, I also had a close call to death, but it wasn't like one of those moments where I was like, oh my freaking God, I gotta get out of here now or else I will die kind of moment. And honestly, finding the portal wasn't even that hard. It was just trying to get into it. That was hard. Like, I keep forgetting how annoying silverfish are. And bro, you won't believe this. The stronghold is underneath a village, which is actually normal for Bedrock Minecraft. But look at the village. There's literally only this fountain, this little pen here that had cows in it, but I decided to turn it into a camel pen. And then literally just this one house that has one villager that's not even useful. Right, here's the stronghold. I created a shortcut to the stronghold, but I can also just take the long way. So yeah, this portal room got freaking destroyed because of all the infested blocks. All right, now we're in the end, which I literally haven't even, I barely have done anything here. Like, I know a bunch of hardcore Minecraft YouTubers like to take the main end island and then just completely demolish the land to make a super unique build. But I don't have the time and patience to do that. So I'm keeping my main end island how it is. And I'm trying to get an ender pearl, so... Alright. There's the end cities that I explored, but I forgot the second one that I explored. And I don't want to explore the... I just don't want to explore the end cities. So yeah, besides exploring the end cities, this is literally all I have in the end. Literally just this. And it's meant for grinding them ender pearls. So yeah, the end is pretty bare. Like, honestly, I should build some things in here. Because, like, the end is just so empty. All right, so we're back home at the main base. All right, so thank you guys for watching this insanely long video. Well, actually, it was kind of meant to be a long video. And that's literally the entire world. Well, not the entire world, but, you know, all the things that I built in this world. And I do plan to make another video on my hardcore world again. Because it is getting pretty close to 1,000 days. And for 1,000 days, I'm going to resummon the Ender Dragon and fight it again. Alright. That is it. And no, this does not count as my schedule for YouTube.